Jungkook releases Yin's hand, and they stand facing each other. Jungkook stares sharply at her, who looks down. Explain to me why you went to the obstetrician and gynecologist. Jungkook speaks coldly, his face expressionless, holding back his emotions. Yin turns her face away, her eyes already welling up with tears. Pregnancy hormones make her more sensitive. It's none of your business. Jungkook moves closer, then touches Yin's chin, directing her face to look at him. Tell me, did what happened that night lead to your pregnancy? His tone softens. He can't afford to be emotional with Yin, or she'll become even more defiant. Yin remains silent, but tears now stream down her face. Jungkook squints. Seeing Yin crying in front of him confirms his suspicion. Slowly, his thumb wipes away her tears. Are you pregnant with our child? Was my guess correct? Yes, I'm pregnant. What do you want then? You don't love me, right? That means you don't want this baby either. I want to raise this baby on my own. Finally, Yin confesses, unable to bear the suffocating feelings alone. Oh God. Jungkook pulls Yin into his embrace, holding his beloved tightly. Yin continues to struggle, but Jungkook tightens his hug. Yin, exhausted, finally surrenders. She cries in his embrace. Let me go. Don't ask me to terminate this pregnancy. What kind of thought is that? Jungkook wonders silently. After feeling Yin calm down, Jungkook releases their embrace. He looks at her swollen face. She still looks beautiful despite her red nose. Jungkook smiles softly. Hey, listen to me. I will take responsibility. Honestly, I'm happy that our baby is in your womb. Well, even though I didn't want this baby to exist because of our mistake, it would be better if the baby came at the right time. But it's still our child. Of course, I love our child. Jungkook smiles, tucking her hair behind her ear and gently caressing her cheek. What are you trying to say? Why are you beating around the bush like that? Yin furrows her brow in confusion, her face pouting. Jungkook chuckles fondly, giving her lips a quick peck. It freezes her. For some reason, this time Yin doesn't get angry or avoid him. Jungkook pulls Yin back into his embrace. He softly strokes her head, inhaling the sweet scent of her body, occasionally kissing her forehead. Yin, honestly, I've liked you for a long time. Not just liked, but I love you. I've always teased you, made you annoyed because I wanted your attention. You're too indifferent towards men, so I had to find a special way to get close to you. I actually wanted to confess my feelings to you, but I was afraid you would reject me, and I didn't want you to distance yourself from me afterwards. Jungkook pauses his words. He releases the embrace and plants a fleeting kiss on her forehead. He gazes into her eyes. There's still doubt in her eyes, but Jungkook smiles gently at her. I'm not lying. I truly love you, and the presence of our future child makes me genuinely happy. That means, whether you like it or not, you're stuck with me forever. Jungkook gently strokes her belly, and once again, she lets him do it. I will marry you after we graduate from university. There's only 1 month left, right? You don't need to worry. Let me handle explaining to our parents later. Are you sure? You're not lying, right? She squints, her lips still pouting, making her look even cuter. Once again, Jungkook holds back his laughter. Ugh, why is she so cute? Can I kiss her again? No, baby. I'm not lying. I'm serious. Finally, Jungkook chuckles fondly, unable to resist anymore. He playfully kisses her cheek, which is now even redder. You love me too, don't you? But even if you don't, I'm sure, someday you'll fall in love with me. Who can resist the charm of me? Jungkook winks, and a moment later, Yin lightly punches his chest. Geez, you're so confident. She sighs in relief. Finally, she can raise this baby with unconditional love. Honestly, she's also afraid of raising this baby alone. However, every child wants both their parents to be complete. Next week, I'll come to your parents' house to propose to you, and we'll discuss many things about our marriage. I can't wait to see you in a wedding dress. You'll look stunning for sure. Jungkook smiled softly, making Yin smile too. Then Jungkook leaned closer, whispering in her ear. And I can't wait to feel the warmth under the blanket together with you again. Jungkook. Her face turned crimson. She felt so embarrassed now. Jungkook laughed. It seemed like Jungkook was really happy now. He couldn't stop smiling. But suddenly Jungkook leaned in, kissing Yin gently on the lips. Yin, who wasn't prepared, was a bit surprised, but eventually she closed her eyes and returned his kiss. The kiss felt tender, slow, and unrushed. It was as if Jungkook was channeling his immense love to her. They smiled amidst the sweet kiss. Jungkook pulled away, gently wiping the wetness off her lower lip. Yin blushed, making her look even more beautiful in his eyes. Thank you, Yin. I'm sorry for my past mistakes. I promise to make you happy. Yes, forgive me too. It turns out I wasn't sensitive to your feelings all this time. It's my fault. I wasn't ready for rejection because I wasn't ready to lose you after that. Being able to be near you is what makes me happy all this time." Yin didn't respond, but now she hugged his body tightly. "This perfume, is it the same one you used that night? Why? You mentioned when you were drunk that you liked the scent of my perfume." "Well, I do like it." "Do you actually remember anything from that night?" "It's kind of blurry, but I thought it was all just a dream." "No wonder." "Why?" "Because that night, you couldn't stop saying my name. You seemed to really enjoy it." "What? Is that true?" "Yes, I'm not lying." "Does that mean you actually like me too?" Yin remained silent. She glanced at him, who was still waiting for her answer. Finally, Yin reluctantly released her embrace. "Alright, enough. Let's go home now." "Hey, I've even made you pregnant, and we're going to get married, but you're still too shy to admit that you've actually fallen in love with me, huh?" Fine. Are you satisfied now?" Jungkook just shook his head at his future wife's antics. "Alright then. Let's go to my car. I'll take you home now." Now they were both inside Jungkook's car. Suddenly, Jungkook's phone vibrated and he saw his brother had sent him a message. "Mom's condition is fine. We're now in the parking lot heading home." Jungkook finally replied briefly to the message. "Alright, take care on the way." After replying to his brother's message, Jungkook put his phone back into his pocket. "Was that from Alexa?" "Huh? The message you just replied to, was it from Alexa?" "I wasn't texting Alexa, baby. It was from my younger brother." "Oh, I thought it was from Alexa, since you were with her that night." Jungkook now looked at Yin intensely, wondering if she was jealous. Unwillingly, a faint smile appeared on his lips. "I never dated her. Don't misunderstand." "Didn't you go to Yuju's party with Alexa that night, before spending time with me? Meaning you spent time with her, right?" Yin now completely averted her gaze, unwilling to look at him. For some reason, recalling the incident at the cafeteria when Jungkook invited Alexa to Yuju's party truly stirred her emotions. Right now, she was annoyed just thinking about it again. Jungkook sighed softly. This time, he didn't want to make Yin anxious, especially since she was pregnant with their child. He reached for her hand and held it gently. Yin allowed him to hold her hand, but she still refused to look at him. She preferred to gaze out of the car window. "Baby." Yin remained silent, unwilling to respond, and still refusing to shift her gaze towards him. "At the cafeteria that time, I did invite her, but only because you were there. The truth is, I didn't go with her. I went alone. After you left the cafeteria, Alexa came back to me and asked about our plans for the night. It was then that I told her I wasn't going with her. So that night, I went alone. Before spending time with you, I was with my friends. We were drinking together. That's why I got drunk. Then I saw you were already drunk at the bartender's table, and that's when I came to sit next to you." After hearing Jungkook's explanation, Yin finally decided to shift her gaze towards him, but her lips were still visibly pursed. Jungkook smiled faintly, his thumb gently stroking her lips. "Don't be jealous, my love. I apologize for making you jealous back then, but believe me, I've never been close to any other girl before, because I've loved you all along." "Alright, but from now on, I don't want you to intentionally make me jealous." "Of course not anymore. Back then, I did it to get your attention, but now, let alone your attention, I already have your body. So, there's no need for me to make you jealous anymore. Now, what I need to do is take care of you and our baby." Jungkook's hand now moves to Yin's still flat and slender belly. His veined hand gently caresses her belly. Then, Jungkook leans his head towards her belly. "Hey, little one, forgive your dad for making your mom jealous, okay? Be good in there. Don't trouble your mom. Daddy love you." Yin chuckles softly at his behavior, finding it endearing that he's still resting his head near her belly. She smiles, pleasantly surprised by his sweetness. After a while, Jungkook returns to his sitting position and starting the car's engine. "Alright, we're heading to your apartment now. But before that, is there anywhere you'd like to stop by? Maybe you need something and we can make a quick stop." "It seems like there's nothing. Let's go straight to my apartment." Finally, Jungkook's car slowly begins to move, leaving the hospital parking lot behind. "Why were you at the hospital earlier?" "I was accompanying my mom for her routine checkup every month. That's when I accidentally saw you sitting in the waiting area. It seems like fate was on my side. I'm glad I found out the truth about your pregnancy. Actually, I'm also relieved that you found out. I don't have to carry this alone now." Jungkook remains silent, smiling, but his hand reaches for her hand again, holding it gently. Throughout the journey, their hands stay intertwined, as if Jungkook wants to make Yin feel comfortable being close to him. "Baby, how have you been feeling since the pregnancy? What have you been experiencing?" "I've been feeling nauseous, dizzy, and I almost vomit every morning. At night, My body feels tired and weak. Sleeping hasn't been comfortable either. Jungkook lets out a slow sigh, his eyes still focused on Yin, gazing at her intently. It seems like I'll move in here starting tomorrow. I can't bear to leave you alone while you're pregnant like this. Are you sure? What about your parents? Will they allow you to move in here? They'll definitely allow it, and they have to. I'll explain to my parents what's been happening between us, but I'm sure they'll accept it. Right now, our situation isn't about choosing, but about taking action. I'm sure my parents also know how I should act in a situation like this. You just relax, okay? Leave everything to me. I believe our affairs will go smoothly. Yin smiles softly as she looks at Jungkook. Indeed, being close to him right now is truly comforting. Just yesterday, she was stressed and felt overwhelmed thinking about all of this, but now she feels lighter because Jungkook can also reassure her. Suddenly, there's something urgent in her heart. She wants to always be close to him. Is this the influence of her pregnancy hormones? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, right now, she feels like a woman who truly wants to be pampered by her partner. After a moment, she shifts her body and moves closer to him, pressing herself against him and leaning on his shoulder. Jungkook momentarily furrows his brows but smiles faintly at her behavior. One of his hands starts stroking her head. Yin sniffs his neck again, just like she did that night at the nightclub. Jungkook closes his eyes, trying to suppress a groan. Baby, please don't tempt me again. How about this time I attack you? I don't want to endanger our baby. Tempt you again? What do you mean by that? You did something like this that night too, and that's why I lost control. But now you're pregnant, I have to be able to control myself. But I sniffed you, not for any other purpose. I just wanted to enjoy your scent. Jungkook finally embraces her gently, letting her lean against his chest. Then it's better like this. Let me hold you, instead of you sniffing my neck like earlier. Don't you realize you're arousing my desire? Sorry. Now they both remain silent for a while, just enjoying the warmth of the embrace. I can't wait for you to move in here soon. Is that so? It feels really uncomfortable being pregnant and living alone. There's no one to help me. Okay, be patient, baby. Tomorrow I'll make sure to move in here. Jungkook continues to hold her, his hand never stopping its gentle strokes on her hair, occasionally planting kisses on her head. After a few minutes, Jungkook notices no movement from Yin at all. Her breathing is steady. Turns out Yin has fallen asleep. Gently, Jungkook lifts her body and carries her to the bedroom, laying her down carefully. Jungkook checks the time. It's still afternoon, so there's time. Slowly, he climbs onto the bed and lies down next to Yin. Feeling drowsy himself, he decides to take a short nap before heading home later. 2 months have passed. Today is their wedding day. Their wedding reception is held quite grandly at a luxurious hotel. Many guests are present, ranging from the business associates of their parents to their friends. It seems today Yin and Jungkook must truly resist the temptations of their friends. How could they not be surprised when they received the invitation that Jungkook and Yin were getting married just a few days after the graduation ceremony? They were even more surprised when they found out that Yin is now pregnant with Jungkook's child. This news has truly caused a stir among their friends. That's love. Sometimes love comes from first sight, sometimes from familiarity, sometimes from jealousy, and so on. There are many ways someone can fall in love. Even those who were initially considered enemies can end up loving each other in the end.